brat, hit the throttle, feel the cheese. Two wheels lift, grip tight, got the breeze. Ladies and gentlemen, karibu sana to yet another episode of Cat on Wheels podcast after 10 years of absenteeism. Don't blame me, blame it on the rain. And as you all know, kama kawaida, we are at the Black Rose Garage. Black Rose Garage is your one-stop shop for everything. If you need anything gear related, if you need to fix your bike, if you need to do whatever, just step in here, they'll get you sorted. I don't have to mention who owns Black Rose Garage. And recently, he just told me that it's about to change to Black Rose Chenro. So one day I think I'll have to call him back to explain further. But poleni sana, I know I've been absent, and it's not an excuse, it's a reason. Actually, it's very valid. Even right now as we're shooting, you can see the weather. It's zigzag. We don't know how it's going to be, so we're just crossing our fingers and hoping that it will all turn out to be good. So today in this episode, I'm with one of the women rider. I've been seeing her on Facebook, Instagram, and man, she's very adventurous. And today she's going to tell us all about it. Actually, the first question I'd like to ask you, Kagwiria, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yeah, you're welcome. I was looking at your bio, and you've done 100,000 kilometers in 3 countries.
Yes.
Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
Yes.
You know, there are not so many women who are doing this. Apart from, of course, Wamuyu, who travel across the border and every other places. And then now you are the second one. I'm seeing you're kind of doing this daring type of rides. What motivates you?
Hi, Curtis. What motivates me? I don't know.
For bikers, it just happens, eh?
No, I do not know. I really can't tell you what motivates me. All I know is I started riding 3 years ago, and the first phase was just to get a footing of what I like. I didn't know very well what types of riding are there. All what I know is I was not very much inclined to riding on tarmac. So I started off on a 250cc just to get a footing of what I like. So I got to travel both on tarmac and off-road, and I tended to like the off-road better. So I kind of steered that way. I'm not sure about the motivation, but it just makes me come alive, I guess.
Do you like sport bikes?
If I answer this, do I get incriminated?
No. You might, but it won't cost a thing.
No.
You don't like sports bike?
No, I do not.
Actually, the reason why I'm asking this is because most off-roaders,
Yeah.
they don't do sport bikes. What is your reason?
One, the sitting position for me is off. I feel it's a bit uncomfortable for long distance rides. Number 2, they're very loud. I'm more inclined to a less noisy bike. No offense to the
Calmness.
owners of
No, we don't care. If you want to take offense, that's your problem.
Yes, no offense to the ones who like sports bikes. No, I do not like sports bikes. Plus, they're very fast. I do not do well with speed.
So you've never tried anyway?
No, I've never.
You're more of a solo rider, yeah?
I'm more of a solo rider, but I do have a group that I'm very comfortable riding with. I do belong to a group of 9 whom we started as newbies, and we've ridden together very well.
For all the years you've been riding, or
Yes.
since you joined biking?
No, since I joined biking, that's 3 years ago. We started together, and we are still together. They're called our squad. I feel very comfortable riding with them.
Our squad?
Yes, our squad. We were the riding club of the year last year.
Riding Club of the Year?
Yes, in East Africa, yes.
Courtesy of...
Africa Mashariki Transport Awards.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Was the first time it's happening, yeah?
Yes. Is it the first time? I think it was the second time.
It was the second time?
Yes, it was the second
Or
time.
maybe it went viral last year.
Yes.
The other year that it happened, they were low-key.
They were. I don't know if they had the biking category though.
Or they were doing cars, or...
I think they did cars, only cars, matatus, circles, conductors, bus drivers. I think last year's was the first time they had a biking category.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're saying you started with how many cc's?
250cc. I started with the 250cc. That's what I started with.
And then you moved to?
Then I moved to the 650 KLR.
The current one
The
now.
current one now.
And how's it doing so far?
Oh, wow. I love her.
Attachment
Oh,
happened. Too late.
I love her. She handles very well. I can wring her neck a little bit.
Once in a while.
Well, I'm not sure once in a while, but I can wring her neck a little bit and she can take it. She can take a pounding. That's what I like about her.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Where do you get this one from?
I got it from Moto ADV on Mombasa Road.
Okay. So you're the first one in Kenya.
Yes, I am.
Oh, nice. And now let's talk about some of the videos that I see on your Facebook, your Instagram, your social media, and that's how I found you. You say you have a group of the R Squad, but in most videos I've been seeing, you've been doing solo trips. I even see you on a boat in Lake Victoria, or where is it? I see you camping on your own with a bike. You're just doing rides and everything. It's very interesting, by the way. At some point, I was even tempted to sell my R6 and get an off-road and start doing this, because it looks like it's very interesting and more adventurous. Sorry, sport riders. I'm not going to betray you guys. I'm not quitting sport bike.
Oh, adventure bikes are the future.
I'd rather have two. I mean, what's wrong with that? So okay, we talk about the motivation. There are not so many women who are really motivated to do this, really. Like when you find someone, do you prepare, or you just pack your bags and go?
Two ways. For some of them, I do prepare. For others, I will just pack and go. Those particular rides that you usually see are a redefinition, telling myself that yes, I can do it, I can do this. And plus also, it is usually my way of showing other women that it can be done. It doesn't matter what age you are, where you are at, it can be done. So most of the times in Taenda too, I'll say, okay, I've already done 26 counties as we are talking.
26 counties?
Yes, I've done 26 counties in
like
this
since
country.
When? Since the inception?
Yes, since 3 years ago, I've done 26 counties.
Oh.
Before you saw me on social media, I was not documenting much. So when I went to Uganda, I had the option. I had the privilege of meeting Abdi Zayla on that trip, and he was like, "Document. We do not know that you travel."
Can you tell Abdi to come?
Hi, Abdi. I know you're
just look at that camera and tell Abdi, I want him to come to this show.
Hi, Abdi. Abdi, I know you're outside the country, but please, when you come back, please come onto the podcast.
Cut on Wheels podcast.
Yes,
man.
come to Cut on Wheels.
I've been looking for you.
Yeah. So he said, document. I was not big on documenting. Just because, one, I don't do very well on camera. I don't think I do well on camera. So I just used to ride. So when he suggested that I should document, I was like, let me give it a shot. Right? I am still getting a hang of that. I do not know how well I do with it, but hopefully something will come out of it.
What equipment do you have for shooting?
A phone.
A phone? What phone?
Samsung M33.
So you mount it on your bike, or how do you do it?
No, I actually, when I ride, I go and give somebody on the street and I tell them, take a picture.
And you trust them?
Well, yes. The mode of operation, let me tell you, everybody asks me that question, but the mode of operation usually is, I'll know I want to go, for example, Homa Bay County. I'll say, I want to go to Homa Bay County, and I just don't want to go through it. I want to go there, get to meet the people, get to understand this region, because I believe in diversity. So I go there. My first stop usually is the Boda Yoki Bandaya Boda Apple. It's usually my first stop.
And then the bike draws attention.
And then the bike draws attention.
And then they see it's a woman. They're
and
like,
they see the
what?
woman, they're like, ah. And then nitashuka, nitaongea Kiswahili, alafu tutaongea. Then I'll ask one of them or two of them, tunaenda tunakaa chini, we will eat together. Really? Yes.
Ogopi customer anaweza kuja aseme, madam nipeleke hapa. Because you blended in.
No.
Unavaa helmet anakaraka unamwambia twende.
By the way, tunashuka tunaenda tunakula. It's really adventurous. And I found that it works. Juu wanakuja hao watu wa boda huwa ndio wanajua hiyo mtaa.
Definitely true.
So azinu ukitoka sahi uende Homa Bay, ukifika tu Homa Bay, hiyo kibao imeandikwa Homa Bay hapo, hiyo hapo boda. Na nilisimama hapo tukapiga story. Then they show me around. They tell me, ukitaka ni 1 2 3. So yeah.
They show you where Kanjos are, where you should escape when the police come. They know all the routes.
They know the routes, they know all the hacks, they know all the shortcuts, especially if you want to travel off-road. I find that most people who are not boda riders know the main routes. They don't know hizo njia za huko ndani ndani, na mimi napenda hizo njia za huko ndani ndani.
For your bike, it was meant for that.
Yes, and well, if you're not going off-road, it's a waste of fuel, isn't it?
And also a waste of adventure.
It is a waste of adventure.
Why own such a bike and then you don't want to do...
Oh, yes. The adrenaline. When you're on tarmac, or when I'm on tarmac, huwa nasikiaga hata kulala. But ukiingia off-road...
Unakuwa on sasa. Umeamka.
Nakwambia unafika destination, your pupils are pin drop. Kwa sababu ya adrenaline.
Unataka kuanza sasa.
Unataka kuanza. So... Yeah.
You know, there's a banter we normally have as sport bike riders. Oh. We call you guys bodas. Yeah, you, Kina Oyaya, Kina Abdizaila. You know, because like the BMW and these of riders, you guys, you just pass anywhere like bodas. You know, like for us, we follow the rules of the road. You know, we don't overtake from the left. But you guys just do it because you can. Kwanza, you prefer a bush. When you see a bush there, you're like, the road is here, it's clear. But just the same way you've said that when you're on tarmac, unasikia kulala. So you'd rather just go off-road beside the tarmac. Upite tu kwa mashamba za watu, hapo ndio.
By the way, Katisi nilikuwa kwa meeting ingine last week and somebody was by the way, because somebody was describing my bike to somebody who's not a biker, na akasema KLR is a big boda. I'm like,
you see, anza kubeba watu, side hustle.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's it. So yeah, sometimes nitapanga, most of the times hata huwa sipangi sana, acha nisikudanganye.
Itaki mpango.
And I'm not a luxury traveler at all.
Or you're the wear one wash one. Yes. All of you.
Na pia place ya kwenda kudoz, utaenda tu utaongea na watu. By the way, people will feed you, they will house you. Yeah.
Like the hospitable.
If I told you, for all the trips you've seen, other than the Elementaita one, we have been housed, or I have been housed, and nikapewa food, huwezi amini.
Ulipewa food?
Na place kulala for free.
Like world class type of...
Bora Malazi. Kuna place fulani kama Samburu, they treated us well. That one is the one I went to Joe. That one they treated us well. Na hiyo tulipewa places za kulala, place feed for free.
Like mlifika hivi impromptu akawapea ama you had planned?
Hapana, we had a whole plan on day 1 and day 2. The plan went bust on day 2. As in it went totally bust. Tulienda tukatupo huko hivyo Samburu ndani. So we had to find our way back. Thank God Joe had recorded the route back. But kutoka hapo, kuongea tu na watu na kutumia networks za huko. Vile tunakwambia kuongea na watu and people housed us. Wakatupeleka around, ilikuwa fit sana.
Wow, what was sport bike? Do you have connections? You guys should get these off-roaders. See, kukingia tu kwa highway
na people skills.
Yeah, by the way, see these guys, you see they're making it like they're building connections right now. If they go to Samburu, they are hosted.
Yeah, by the way, people watu uangalia wanaona ni kama ambaye it's luxury travel. No, it is not. No,
like you have 3 bags here.
Yeah.
What's in your bag? You ready to go?
Lala popote.
Inaitwa
lala popote. Inaweza kuwa iko na tools ni ya must. Hapa niko na tools. Hiyo ni standard. Tools ni lazima, maji ya kunywa inakuwa ni lazima. Chargers hizo zinakuwa ni must, vitu 3. Change of clothes tunaweza jua mbele, hiyo inanga ati issue kubwa. That's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Na hivi sasa umebeba nyumba mzima.
By the way, nikitaka kutoka tukisema saa hii tu ukinifuelia hii bike niko na full tank, mimi naweza enda hivyo.
Ukiangukia tu fuel. Plan ilikuwa kuenda home lakini sasa Unatafuta route.
Naweza enda na hivyo.
Oh my God, but honestly, off-roaders, you guys are very interesting. Like, you're very spontaneous.
Really? More than sport bike guys?
Hey, sport bike, we're not spontaneous.
Why?
Sometimes weather could affect us. You guys don't know that. Even you see the other day when it was raining, I saw you'd rather put your bike on a boat hadi ifike penye hakuna matope. Ama what was happening? Ama inawabambanga aje. For us, our engine might knock. You know, it's low, first of all. The setting is not the same. It was not built to survive such harsh environment.
Yeah.
You get, but for you guys, it's much easier.
But okay, I think the debate we usually have with my friends is, what exactly is it that you call adventure bikes? Because an adventure can be on tarmac, right? These are just off-roaders. An adventure right now, if you left and traveled through tarmac to Tanzania, and you on an adventure ride,
that's level 1. Now there's level 2.0 of the adventure,
of the off-roaders,
where you guys come in. You guys can pand a mountain with your bikes.
Yes, easily.
Yeah, you see, you can pitter logs. For us, if we chota a log, we are down. How is that adventurous?
Yeah, but if you go to, say, Homa Bay, and you want to go on to Mfangano Island, for example, the island that I was on, wouldn't you find it thrilling to load on your sport bike onto a water bus, not a ferry?
But what happens when you get to Mfangano? Is it sport bike friendly, the roads?
There's no 1 inch of tarmac. It's
see,
all
now,
off-road.
You have an advantage. So you see, that's where you guys come in. So for us, let's just say we're not... Sport bike is not adventure, it's just more of having fun.
It's a thrill.
It's a thrill. Like, it gives you the adrenaline to just push, gun, you know, throttle full, do your thing, and then come back home.
Yeah.
Back X.
Yeah.
Chiropractors.
But even the KLR can be street happy.
Yeah, you see now, it's called dual sport now. You guys are having it both ways. It's either you choose your poison one way or you go both ways. Yeah.
Okay.
So yours is interesting. So now, these counties that you've traveled, which of the counties do you feel like you had a very good experience that you'd like to redo over and over again?
Samburu County.
Samburu. Oh, you had mentioned that earlier. I didn't know it was your favorite.
Samburu County is my favorite so far.
So the Samburu people are very friendly.
Ooh, they were very, very friendly. They're very friendly. They're very colorful. And yes, I liked the jewelry. I liked their color. They wear color. Their men wear flowers on the head.
Men?
Yes.
They wear flowers?
Yes, they do. And then they have feathers.
Why are they... Why are they wearing flowers?
Oh, it's like their traditional attire. So they wear it, especially when you go. We were privileged enough to attend their wedding, and they dress so colorfully and beautifully. I was touching them. I was all weird.
They're smelling them.
I know.
What are you people?
I know. At some point I was shoved aside, but I was touching them, and I'm touching their feathers, and then they have jewelry, and they dance and they sing.
Really, that's very good culture. Are they Maasais or?
No, Samburu. They're very, very distinct. The Samburus and the Maasais are very, very distinct in the colors that they wear. Yes, the dialect is similar. They would understand each other when they talk. But I'm able to tell you, this is a Samburu, this is a Maasai. They are very distinct in the way they dress.
But they almost look alike. There's a resemblance somewhere.
In terms of the way they dress, but in terms of the colors and the way they adorn their jewelry, and the singing is very different.
From the Maasais?
From the Maasais.
But they jump like the Maasais?
They do jump like the Maasais, and also, but their voice and the way they sound is very different. Even their colors, you'll see the Maasais tend towards more red. The Samburus will wear yellows and blues.
Oh, they'll mix the
whites,
colors.
yes, and the blues and the whites, yes. They're very, very... Oh, Samburu.
When was this? When did you go?
That was in April.
This year?
Yes, this year. And April for 5 days. You did. You must have seen it.
I'll go stalk you again.
Yes.
Look, let me tell you something. You know, this is good. That could be good content.
Yeah.
Now, I understand you give people your phone and then they record and then you just cross your fingers hoping that they
won't run away with the phone.
run away with the phone.
Yes.
But don't do that in Nairobi, though. It's very risky. Maybe in the outskirts, it's very different. There's something we call a GoPro.
Yeah.
You've ever heard of a GoPro?
I have.
Yeah, so if you get a GoPro and you look for a place where you can mount it on your bike,
Okay.
this is actually stress-free. It doesn't have to be like it will give you a lot of time, editing and everything, because you guys are very spontaneous also. You see, now something like that, if you had documented it and then you go review the footage, you might say that I'm not good with the camera and editing, but the moment you watch it now as a memory, it gives you the motivation to want to even now learn how to do the edits with the phone. Trust me, it works so well. So what I'll tell you is, maybe just I can share with you some of the links. You can get a GoPro or a Insta360 and just mount it on your bike, and then just press record as you go. And once you're done, still with your phone, you can get to download the video from the camera to your phone using an app, and then you can just download it on Instagram or whatever, and that's it. You have your content.
Yeah.
Imagine, it's just that easy.
Like Samburu, I have 171 videos. What
You
do
still
I do
have
with
them?
this? Yes, I do.
On your phone?
On something. Some person put for me on a drive.
Or the person was recording it for you?
No, I came with them on the phone. Then they were put on a drive.
On a drive?
Yes.
Yeah,
That makes sense to you?
Yeah, it does. Just post them one by one. And trust me, they look so nice. You ever heard of this lady called Ichi Boots?
Yes.
Yeah, even though for her, she's getting paid to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why she's got like 50 cameras and also backup cameras. So
Yeah.
you've seen the way she's just mounting
Yes.
things and recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once in a while, we'd like to see the adventure. It also, there are many ways you can motivate women out there
Yeah.
by showing your content.
Yeah.
You see, because I feel like, I don't think I believe some women want to get into biking.
Yeah.
But once they hear about these other negative stories about biking, I'm sure you've also heard of, things like accidents, matatus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They get scared.
Yeah.
So they rarely see the good part
Yeah.
of it all. Like now the adventure that you're mentioning about Samburu and
Yeah.
how fun it was, yeah? I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so something like that. So if you can get that Insta360 or a GoPro, it will
Yeah.
be so nice for you. You'll just be finishing now on a post.
Okay. Nimekusikia. I think mi napenda hiyo part ya kuride. Ni ride niende ni experience. Hii part ingine sijui ya video editing. I leave it to you. But anyway, you do make a lot of sense. There's been a lot of call to document and to do this. So every time you see me posting on Facebook, it's me logging. So you'll see most of my posts will go like day 1, day 2, day 3.
Yeah,
I log.
that.
It's my way of logging. I'm logging so that when I sit down with people like you, then I'm able to remember this is what was happening then before we decide exactly what we want to do with that content. So it's something I'm thinking about. I'm yet to find something or a solution that works around my lifestyle. So, because it has to be, my reasoning is it has to be sustainable. That if then we start putting out this content, it has to be sustainable. It has to resonate with the audience we want it to resonate with, not just for the sake of putting out content.
Just posting and stuff like that.
Yes.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we do a proper introduction.
All right.
So now you can introduce yourself. 20 minutes later. I just had to ask her these questions before I forget.
Yes.
So you can tell us who you are,
Yeah.
what you do for a living.
All right.
And some of the challenges you face in regards to your work and riding. I take it riding is as a hobby. Do you use your bike to commute?
Yes, I do.
Or you commute with your bike?
I do.
Full time? You don't have a car?
I do, but I prefer being on the bike.
So you don't like the cage?
No.
Okay, go.
No. Hi, everyone. My name is Kagwiria Murungi. My official names are Kenya.Kagwiria Murungi. I'm an engineer by training and profession, a petroleum engineer at that.
Ah.
So, yeah, that is what I do for a living. So, oils for your bikes.
Oils?
Yes.
Like,
that's a whole other topic.
yeah, I'm ready to discuss it. Petroleum, like you get free fuel.
Well, I wish that was true, but my boss is clever. If they ever gave me free fuel, I would never go to the office.
You'd resign the next minute.
No, I would be at work, but not at work.
I had a Bizela saying during the launch of the R1300 that he
Yes.
travels with his laptop so that in case he's tracked,
Yeah.
the boss can know
Those would be the negotiations I'll be having about, can I work off-site? Can I work remotely? Like the Homa Bay trip, my boss called me on a boat to Takawiri, and I told him, boss, I am literally in the middle of a lake. I kid you not. And he's like, you're going to take the call. I'm like, okay. Yes.
Like online meeting.
Yes.
And how long was the boat ride?
Boat ride is like 7 minutes thereabout. So I was telling him, I'm about to get on the other side. Please let me get on the other side and call you. So yeah, that can happen.
Oh, you're taking risks.
Yeah, but
I feel like this is an addiction. You just can't help it.
I think I wouldn't call it an addiction. I would want to veer off that. I would want to call it the very thing that keeps us sane, that keeps me sane.
Some cool obsession.
It's a very cool obsession.
One you wouldn't mind.
I totally don't mind it.
That's why I'm wondering, you're willing to risk everything. Like, you just be like, hey, mi naenda.
Apana, seti mi naenda. I am when I'm counting my privileges, one of the privilege that I do count is that I have a boss who we are able to have a conversation. So when people see me post online, it almost looks like as if I don't have a desk job. I do have.
Actually, I think you just move around.
I know.
One would think that. Like, oh, ako camping leo. Oh, wow, okay.
I know.
Lake.
Do you know how many times I get that question? People ask me, as in, we unatembeaga tu? I'm like, no, I'm a fully functioning citizen.
If only you knew. Maybe one day just go to your office, take a good photo
From it.
and then post it and say, for those who keep asking, let me put this to rest.
Here we are.
Do you mimi niko kazi? Naniona na helmet?
Yeah. So no, I will talk to him. We have a conversation with my boss, and then if I'm able to take time off, whatever I do is not a secret. So
it's very open.
It's very open. If I'm able to take time off, then I will take time off. If not, then not. All right. If there is work that needs to be done, then that needs to be done.
Or you'll do it fast.
Yes. Without
so priorities
a doubt.
are straight.
Yes, I'm grown enough to understand that balance is key, whatever balance means. But yes, I'm grown enough to know that yes, you prioritize things when they need to be prioritized. It's not the sort of thing that will make me put work aside or my other responsibilities aside to do that. No.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Having balance is nice, by the way, in life.
Well, I'm not sure. It's elusive though, isn't it? Balance. I don't think it means 50-50. I think it means some days it's 60-40, some days it's 10-90.
At the end of the day, whatever you're set to achieve, you get it done.
You get it done.
Yeah, that is nice.
So yes, I'm a petroleum engineer by training and profession. My expertise is in LPG. My expertise also is in the oils. So big debate about the oils that I used on motorbikes. So yes, that would fall right in my area of expertise.
So you understand about oil?
Totally, through and through.
So you know what oils should go to what bikes, what type of bikes?
I do.
Okay. That's nice, guys. Today is your lucky day.
I do.
Remind me to get on this topic, yeah? Remind me to discuss this topic about oil.
Yeah.
Because there's some questions I want to ask her first before I dive into that. I think this will put a rest to some of these conversations about, okay, let me not go there first.
No. We have to say it.
Yeah.
Can we please stop the obsession of 20W50?
Yeah!
For
you
all
my
the
mind or
bikes.
what? Is it necessary?
20W50 is a very, very good lubricant. The mineral, it's a mineral 20W50. It's a good lubricant. However, it is not the solution to all the bikes. Yes.
And 10W50.
And 10W50 and all those nice things we hear. Some of it true, a lot of it not. Yes.
So, what do you recommend?
It depends with the motorcycle. Number one, it depends on the motorcycle. The CC is the type of engine, the mileage that bike has traveled, the parts that
if the mileage shifts, the oil.
Say for example, my first bike is a 250cc Chinese bike. At 0 mileage, we were doing probably larger range of oil change. Then now at 50,000, things are very different there.
You don't go on putting what you used to.
No, I don't. So you have you have to really know your bike, the mileage that you've traveled, the parts that you put on your bike. If you're not putting genuine parts on your bike, then the oil that you're using will not function efficiently in your bike. Sometimes I see high performing engines or high output engines using a mineral oil, and I'm like, no, you cannot use a mineral oil for that. You need to switch to synthetic or semi-synthetic. If you're staying, for example, if I'm going to say I stay in Limuru and we are getting into the cold months, why would somebody tell me to use a 20W50? I'll struggle with a cold start in the morning, because 2050 is the temperature range. 20 is the lowest, 50 is the highest. So if my oil is performing at 20 degrees, it means in the morning when it is cold and I'm in Limuru, then I'll have a cold start and I'll keep doing like that in the morning. So when it comes to the colder months, I move from the 20W, I move downwards.
Wow.
So there's quite a bit to learn there.
So let me ask you, when we say 20W50, so the 20 means?
20 degrees.
20 degrees lower.
What
does the W mean?
The W is a rating. So there are other ratings that go with the lubricant. That's what I'm saying. Maybe we may not exhaust that here, because on your can you'll have 20W50 mineral, you'll have JSO, JSO-MA, you have MA1, you have MA2. As in, it's different. You have some that have clutch protection. You have viscosity markers in your lubricant. So all that constitutes what should go into your bike if you want to prolong the life of your bike.
Oh wow. Hey, that was interesting. So your bike, you use which fuel? Then you need the
oil. The KLR, I'll do 20W50 mineral.
But if you go stay in Limuru,
like this season, we are going into June. I will look out and see if the temperature is deep, because sometimes the temperature is deep to very low. Then I'll move from the 20W and probably go to a 10W.
A 10W.
Yes.
And then when the sun is hot, you move back to.
Or if I'm moving, for example, if today I want to go and ride in if I want to go north. If I want to go to northern Kenya, then I cannot use, probably I can use a 10W50, that's a good range, but the 10 is unnecessary, then I can still do a 20W50. But what I will, some oils, when you use them, say if I'm going north because of the temperatures, the oil thickens and it starts choking the engine. So if I'm going to Lake Ellis, if I'm climbing Ellis, and it's very cold up there, I'll use a very different oil if I'm going to northern Kenya. That's what I'm saying.
And it applies to cars as well?
I'm not sure about cars, but it's an IC engine, isn't it? Internal combustion engine.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know if it applies to cars as well. What I know is about bikes.
So putting the wrong oil, can it knock an engine if you go to an area where it's not
if you run it, yes, if you run it long enough, yes, then your engine life is shortened significantly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And
really.
To some, it can be one time, like the first time.
It could be like, I have a friend who has a GSX 650 for that particular bike. If he messes around with the oil, then we would be talking about other things.
Rebuild and stuff.
Yeah, okay. Now, you can imagine a GSX 650 and a KLR 650. A KLR 650 is more forgiving than a GSX because of the output, yes, of the engine.
Oh, wow.
Yes, there's a single cylinder. That one should be a twin, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a twin.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
So if you go alone, if for example, you only profile your bike by CC, you would then say, put the same oil you put on a KLR 650 on a GSX 650. Big mistake. A KLR can do very well with mineral. The GSX has strictly to be synthetic.
Wow. I think I'll call you again now to discuss oil, because this debate has been going on for quite some time, and
It is.
You know, the problem is if you're having what do you call it, a baraza somewhere, everyone knows. No, they're not professionals, but they all know.
Yeah,
they all want to tell you what they think.
Yes, and I think it comes from somebody has run their bike so long on a certain kind of fuel or a certain kind of lubricant that they do believe that lubricant is what is good for them.
Also experience.
So experience. Whether it's the relevant experience is another debate.
So basically, let's just say if someone gets to use a specific type of oil for more than 10 years and the bike has been serving the guy so well,
yes,
then it's fine, even though it's not recommended. Or what would you say?
I would veer away from saying fine, because I don't know what fine means.
Well, you've used it for 10 years.
Yes.
You've never had any issues.
Yes.
and you're still using it, and then
Yeah.
later on you come to learn, but that is not the recommended oil for this bike, but it's been serving you well.
Well, okay, that I think I would take that. However, I would have a counter question. So, for example, if you're supposed to do your oil change, or you usually do your oil change at 1,500 or 2,000 or 2,500, probably if you would use the appropriate lubricant, probably to take you to 2,500, then of course that impacts your bottom line, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. So it can be argued out in as many ways as is
It's all
there
round.
lubricants.
But as long as we have lubricants on our bikes.
Yes, I think what needs to happen is a lot of conversations around lubricants and a lot of capacity building and a lot of troubleshooting, so that we don't give a blanket solution to all bikes. That somebody is able to diagnose your particular bike and the kind of oil it needs. That's the kind of capacity building we do need to see. Yes, because you can imagine somebody who totally is green in terms of lubricants. I've just bought a bike. All what I want to do is ride. No knowledge. Then I ride into Curtis's garage, right? And you tell me probably I'll use 1, 2, 3. That's probably what I'm going to use. That person
it will be like that.
Yes, that person has not looked at the manual.
Yeah, read your manual, guys.
Yes.
And throw their manuals.
Read and be able to interpret.
Your gas cooker, like you just buy and then you throw it, come up with LG shop. And
Yes,
then you really need to.
Yes, there is
Most
a
people
reason.
ignore
Yes,
that.
there is that. So it comes. It applies to lubricants. It applies to brake fluids as well. It's called brake fluid. Yeah. Yes, to the brake fluid as well. So yeah.
So what do I need for my R6?
We will take that offline.
Yeah, I'll be giving tips, and you guys, if you want, subscribe to my channel, and then I'll share with you guys on my Safe to Ride segments that I've introduced most recently. Yeah. Anyway, so what are some of the challenges you faced as a lady biker in Kenya, and then in Tanzania, and then in Uganda? By the way, of the three countries,
Yes.
don't feel biased. Which one do you think is favorable?
Kenya,
Is it because it's your home country?
because it is home.
Just be honest. If it's
Strictly
Tanzania, we won't
home.
catch feelings.
Strictly home.
You are being truthful.
I'm being truthful.
Okay.
I'm being truthful.
Why? What happened in Uganda?
There's nothing wrong with Uganda.
Okay.
The Uganda people are wonderful. They talk English though. They don't talk Kiswahili. Would you
Oh my
imagine?
God! Did you just say that?
Yes, they do. It's got to be the most weird thing I've seen. When you go to
They don't talk English.
No, they talk English. When you go to Tanzania, they talk Kiswahili. And then when you go to Uganda, they talk English. They don't talk Swahili. Then when you come to Kenya, we mix everything and shembeteng.
Yeah. We have all these weird,
We
and they
have
keep coming up
everything.
every week. Like there's a new slang coming. You can't keep up.
I can keep up. So yeah, Kenya has got to be the best. So the challenges, I've been very vocal about challenges. I will not get into the gender biases because those somebody can navigate. But there are those that I feel are very specific to lady riders. Number one, garages. Garages are not equipped to accommodate the female rider. One, sitting spaces are a problem in most garages. Washrooms are also an issue. Ukienda kwa garages mingi unaambiwanga enda usimame pale.
Sort yourself out. Hebu name one garage.
I will not
know
do
two.
that.
Just name them. So give me the first letter and I'll complete it.
I will not do that.
I mean, napenda kwanza vita.
I will not do
Yeah,
that.
that is true. Makes
Yes.
sense.
So most garages are not equipped for the female rider, so you will not find washrooms that can accommodate that, complete with a sanitary bin. So we don't have that. Proper seating spaces are also, for most that have gone round, seating spaces are also quite an issue. You must understand the female rider. Despite us riding, we still do have our small comforts.
Yeah.
Yes. So if it is that time of the month and I need to dispose whatever it is that I need to dispose or change, then that is not available in garages. So that is an issue.
That actually makes sense.
Yes. So
I didn't think of that.
There's a very good study that was done by Shell, and Shell is the most preferred brand for female drivers. And
Shell is the most preferred brand for
female drivers. They are Shell service stations
Oh,
for fueling.
who did the survey?
OMCs, I think Shell did it. And the number one reason was because their washrooms are clean.
Oh,
Yes.
I'll do that survey as well.
You should go and Google it, you'll see.
I'll just take my bike one day.
Yes,
and
so
just-
it's a very big factor when it comes to female. That's why you'll see most female riders will prefer to go and drop their bike or have the mechanic come over and pick their bike or fix it where they are
Oh, at their comfort.
at their comfort. So that is one that is very unique to the female rider. Challenges, long distance riding. We would rather use the bush.
So mlisema nyinyi spontaneous.
We would rather use the female riders, and whoever who's listening to me, you are safer with the bush than the washrooms that are in the hotels.
Like this is a kando kando.
Hizo za kando kando ama the layovers, you'll pick up something very fast. All right? Yes.
Hey, I didn't think of that.
So there is that. Number 3, the weather. If I'm traveling, for example, I'll travel from, say, I'm going to Kisumu, using probably the Londiani route. Nairobi is cold. Kimende is super cold. Naivasha, Nakuru, Londiani. By the time I'm getting to Kisumu, there are like 4 weather zones. It's cold, it's hot, it's raining, hailstorms. It affects our cycle. It's different. Yes. I hope I can say that on camera.
Yeah, it's affecting your cycle.
It does.
Weather?
Yes, the weather. Yes, for some are lucky it wouldn't. For some, you would leave here, you're okay, you get to the other side and yeah.
It's happening.
It's happening.
And it was not due for like 2 weeks.
And it was not due. So that happens.
Hey,
I
woman's
know.
body is different.
I know. So it's something that I've talked about quite often. It is something that is unique to us. That's why I said I'm going to stay away from the gender biases. Number 4 is the weather again. When it is raining, yeah, and it's that time of the month, that's a whole other issue.
Hey.
You're rained on and it can, we will not get graphic, but it poses its own challenges. Number 5, the weather again. If we live here na ninyeshewe na tunaenda kama group ride, tumeenda tukiwa wengi. Okay? Tumetoka hapa, tukunanyesha, tukifika huko kukona jua, maji imecollect in this region, and we are having a very good recipe for getting some very interesting infections. So that is number 5. Number 6, again, when we are riding, even in a group ride, we have to ride with male riders who are able to understand that we may need more stops than people are comfortable with. All right.
Okay.
More rest stops,
Yeah,
because
people don't like that, but you need to understand.
Yes, that's why utakuta. So you might think that many ladies would not want to ride, but some of these things, they might seem very trivial and very minor, but they do have a bearing. Yeah. So if it's the end of the month and I'm having my period, then we are thirstier. We get dehydrated faster. So we take a lot more water. All right. So if we are going for a long distance ride, this means we will stop more often.
To take water and also to
relieve ourselves. So those are the small, subtle things that probably a lot of people are not aware of or don't talk about. And female riders, not only me, many others ride perimenopausal, others ride menopausal, others ride. So our issues are quite many.
So for the garage, I think that can be addressed.
Yeah.
But for the other ones, I think you just have to deal with them.
No, those ones we will deal with them, but it's just to bring to light that some of these things, it's easy to say that most women may not want to ride because they are afraid. Yes, that is one. But also it comes with a lot of adjustments to be probably a long distance female rider or even a female rider at that. Yes.
It takes a lot for a woman anyway.
I'm not sure if it's a lot, but it's different. It's different. That's my message that I want to get it to go out there, that it is different for us. There is a little bit more that goes into prepping than probably. I don't know if I can speak for the male rider, but I can only speak for the female rider.
That's okay. It's a biking podcast, so you can share your opinion on everything.
No. I'm saying I will not speak about the male rider because I don't understand the male rider 100%. I'm sure also you guys have your own set of challenges, but
no, we don't. Actually, for us, it's
no. Is this
I kind of feel like me. I kind of feel like what you've just said. It
Yes.
by the way, haijai cross mind yangu.
kabisa.
You no. Kwanza umeanza kwa toilet nikasema by the way. And then you kept going. Then number 2.
Yes.
Then there's number 4.
And then there's number
Then you have
5.
6.
Yes.
I'm like, oh. And they all make sense, by the way.
Yes, they do.
Actually, now when you've mentioned Izo 7 ama ni 6,
Yeah.
already I feel like us, as in the guys, were just good. You know, we just meet at a petrol station and then with our suits and then we're out.
Yes, but it takes a little bit more preparation. The women who ride who are moms, who are in childbearing age, the back is not the same. It's many things.
So does mood swings come in hand, like you're riding and then such things happen and then it ruins the whole trip?
I'm not sure about ruining, but yes, the moods. I've ridden with. I only ride with very few female riders, and yes, sometimes somebody feels off. It's not a mood swing, but you're feeling off.
Which affects the ride.
It does affect the ride sometimes. Yes.
So how is that handled most of the time? Are you able to tell like this other woman is feeling some type of way, so you need to keep your distance, or what do you do?
For example, if I ride with another female rider, she's called Pauline. Pauline is the one whom we've ridden longest with. If I get somewhere, like when we went for the Uganda trip and I got somewhere and I was tired, and I am tired, that's ntalala hapo, because then I ride funny and I put myself in danger and everybody else in the group in danger.
It doesn't matter what time of day.
When I'm tired, then I tell everybody and I signal and I'm like, I am tired. I don't think I can push beyond here, and she will now stay behind.
Or to watch you.
And we'll stick around and we'll just decompress and just stretch it out. Yeah.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yes, that is an example for me as a person. There was even another ride. We went to Kisumu, and I made a very big mistake. I was not hydrating properly, so I was on caffeine. I was on my energy drink, and I was good.
You're so hyped.
I'm hyped. Na tumeenda ride ni siku 4. So
you just want to go.
I just want to naenda tukienda tumeenda Bondo, Kakamega nini. On our way back, I could not go past Naivasha. Ilikataa. Body has
shut down.
Kabisa.
That's risky when you're riding.
It is. It really is.
Is it called what, a sleep attack, when the brain just shuts down?
I do not know even what is that called. It's called a what?
You need to have a brain, sleep attack.
It's sleep
Something
attack.
like that. Yeah, like the brain just shuts down.
Yeah.
You cannot do anything.
Yes.
Maybe it's a slang word, but there's a professional term, daktaris.
Mutuambie.
What is it called? Yeah, where you just umenyima mwili usingizi na unaendelea kuinyima tu the basic things it needs. It's like when you don't service your car, alafu gari bike yako alafu pahali tu ifike na
that was one of the experiences that I had. Then I did not know what it was. I thought I'd become sick and unwell, but when I got to Nairobi the following day, then unajua uko Naivasha, unaona tu Nairobi ndio hii.
But 1 hour lakini
haufiki, but unasema
So you had to rest.
I had to nasimama na mi yangu ilishia hapo.
That's better rather than kuforce. It can end badly.
We don't force.
So in Tanzania you've had Tanzanians, when you go, this is just a funny question. When sometimes you move here and you go to Mombasa and then you switch to the accent, do you always find yourself doing that as well?
Well, I'm born and raised in Mombasa, so yangu wewe haina shida sana. Naweza nikageuza niongee.
No, like now your English is good, yes. But when you get there, you start to blend in.
Yes, I do.
Do they notice or?
If I talk English, yes. If I talk Swahili, no. Nakuwa kama Mswahili.
In Tanzania, they don't feel jealous because there's a beef going on that Tanzanians don't speak good English like us Kenyans.
I think when tukienda Tanzania, we were told ukienda huko kuwa too polite. Usijifanye ati wewe ni mtu.
Watakuonyesha?
Usikuja na ujuaji yako ya huku.
Cha mtema kuni.
So tukienda huko hatuna ujuaji, tuko wapole.
Humble, shembeteni, huku zote, dance styles.
Kela
Na adabu.
Na idling. Like, what the hell is going on?
You're feeling like, this is not home.
Yes, I'm feeling.
And the traffic experience, by the way?
No, I haven't had any. I've not traveled Tanzania extensively. It was just around the Kilimanjaro area and then back. But it's a very, very expansive country.
By expansive, you mean?
It's big. Tanzania is big.
Really?
Yes. You ride and ride and ride and ride, and you've not gotten to the next town. You ride and ride, you've not. It's very, very expansive. It's nothing like Kenya. Yes, and nothing like Uganda, actually. Yes, Tanzania, I think that the thing you'll notice most is that it's very expansive.
So do you think you would have hit 26 counties in Tanzania? No. Kenya is much easier?
Kenya is...
Kiambu ni hapa tu. Alafu from Kiambu Tharakanithi hivyo. Mnafuatana tu. Mombasa ni straight.
Tanzania, I think unaweza piga hata 700 kilometers hujafika the next town yenye unataka.
Bado uko Dodoma.
Bado tu uko Dodoma unasukuma tu.
Unaona mabillboards za karibu Dodoma. Hujatoka Dodoma bado. Endelea tu.
What is going on here? Yeah, but alafu unajua Kenya ni home. Kenya unaweza ndo kisalimia kila mtu. Saseni. Unajua but huko
salimia mtu akoze utaziweza.
Alafu Uganda is strange. Kwanza ukiingia Kampala.
Is it what we see on TV?
My Uganda people, I love you. I do.
But it's about to go. Mko karibu kuenjoywa.
My Uganda people, I really do love you, but what happens in Kampala? What is that happens in Kampala? Kampala was culture shock. Kampala kuna piki mingi.
That expression, I'm thinking 30,000 per square foot.
As in, unasimama hivi tuseme kwa traffic stop, when the traffic guy motions you to go.
There's a traffic guy.
There's like
not
a traffic
there's
a traffic guy where in Kampala on the way to Entebbe there's like traffic guy. When he motions you to go, it's a buzz. It's many of them and they are whoop and
wanapita tu. Unasema tusiende huko kama tujajifa.
Alafu matatu zao zile ni matatu.
Kwani hao wapi?
I don't know who is able to explain this so that everybody gets it, but where Kampala itakufanya uappreciate watu wetu wa huku.
Walai.
Kabisa.
Like, are those bodabodas or just bikers?
They're bodabodas. They have a very, very vibrant private biking industry there. But what I found interesting is the bodaboda. The bodaboda is a whole other thing.
Mingi kushinda za Busia ama ni wapi huko?
Hakuna nothing.
Hey, let's not go there. We've already
of the three countries Nyanyeme traveled, nothing compares to Kampala. Nothing.
Kampala, it's just on its own.
Yes, it is. It's just on its own, and it needs to be studied.
Something needs to be done. Is it a small city, like, to accommodate all those bodabodas?
I'm not sure if it is. It is a small city, and number two, there are many bodabodas. And then what I found interesting about Kampala is when you're moving within the CBD, umefinya kiasi ya ile unaweza kufinya, then you leave the tarmac onto a farm, as in we are in the CBD. Why are we not? As in, barabara imechange
Hiyo ni dis.
watu wa Uganda, I love you. I do.
Again, you're loved. Ushaona ile dogi inakuuma panya inakuuma ikipuliza.
Oh, Uganda was so interesting. That was crazy. But
ati uko CBD like Moi Avenue.
Tunaenda kuenda.
Alafu kidogo ta mara.
Koma India kwa unajua.
You know it's the CBD in town.
Wewe. Unaona? Sasa kidogo you're like, why?
Na mandizi somewhere tu zitagrow. Matokes.
Like, what happened to the road?
Hata unaangalia GPS, maybe you're taking the wrong direction.
And then it was a group ride, and then you're seeing everybody else in the group is equally confused, and
unaangalia mnafanyana pia anakufanyia. All of you are like, what?
Oh, but okay.
So in short, unatoka, let's say Thika Road, alafu unaingia the Ndegwa. Straight.
People of the Ndegwa, we love you.
Oh, but yeah, people of the Ndegwa. But si wanaunda barabara anyway. So anyway, that's a compliment. They should take it as a compliment.
Oh, Uganda was yeah, but
that must have been a tough and good now that's adventure, imagine.
Yes.
And the tarmac is longer than the barabara ya vumbi now.
I cannot explain to you what that was. All we thank God for is on our way back, we were told, we were advised to use, there's a bypass, there's a longer route that has less traffic and the road is good. So on our way back, we used that one. So that was better. Gayaza, it's called Gayaza. It was better. But when on our way inbound, Kampala and Tebe, we used Kampala. And boy, yes, we learned very quickly, very fast.
You're sure never, if you go back there, there are some routes now you're never going to use.
Oh, no, we'll just go.
What about the human traffic? Tell them you love them. I know you're so
Uganda people, I love you.
You're about to say something.
No. They're very, very friendly. They are very friendly. The Uganda people are very friendly. Their food is wonderful, is amazing. A lot of them, kila mahali unaenda unapata watu na bunduki, hata askari, hata watchman wa an establishment amesimama na bunduki. So
watchman?
Yes, that
like
was
not qualified to be a police?
I'm not sure if they're police or what, but
are they in uniform?
No. What was
like just civilian and they're holding an AK?
By the way, kuna place tulienda tu tumesimama tunaenda kukula, so huyo mtu mwenye anakuja kutuambia vile tutapark bikes akona bunduki. So I think that is the first thing I know. So I'm like,
what the hell?
I'm like,
it feels scary.
I'm like, huku ni wapi? As in, so alafu just like in Samburu najua mimi ni so niko
umeleta hii huko.
So I'm like
hii bunduki yako.
That is
need your trigger.
Trigger. I'm like, because as in all of you, they talk English, they don't talk Swahili. So yeah, that was interesting.
But they have this Tamka accent in
they
the English.
They do have an accent in their English, but their English is very good.
It's very good.
Yes.
Oh wow, then yeah, that's enough culture shock, because from the roads to CBD to the border borders to now everyone having a gun. It's that like it feels very strange.
Yes, Uganda was very strange.
Then it needs to be studied, perhaps.
It needs to be studied.
I'd suggest that as well, because I also don't understand.
Yes, but everybody should go that way and see.
No, really I think Tanzania is much better, because now when you talk about long route, like Chapa 700 kilometers, you're still in one city in that area. Then that's something that can be very interesting.
What about diversity?
Now dealing with all that.
Yeah, it makes you appreciate that we are very, very different.
But don't you feel it's affecting the growth? Like, say, in Kampala, why would there be traffic, human traffic, and a lot of border borders than matatus?
What I'm about to say is going to sound politically correct, but I truly, truly do believe it, is I've come to appreciate that we are different. Africans, people, me and you, Kurt, you like sports bike, I wonder why, but we are very...
You have nothing wrong with that, you just accept it.
We are very, very different, and I've come... with travel, I've come to really appreciate that we indeed are different. So whatever it is that we would consider growth as Kenyans, probably for Ugandans it's not the same. Probably it is the same, but it is okay. Probably they have other priorities. Probably they suffer from the same challenges that we do. But it's fine. In their own right, in their own respect, they must be doing something right? If they're still there. All right.
Umeenda kuona wako sawa.
Mimi niko sawa.
Wanapumua.
Wanapumua.
Wanaendesha bikes
na wako.
Na wako sawa.
What else? Wako tu sawa.
Unaambia welcome to Kenya next time.
How do you explain? Sisi tuko hapa hivi na kuna Msamburu mahali anatembea tu na shuka by the way.
Na wewe kwa nywele.
Na hapa mi najiita off-roader. Ukifika huko au ni off-roaders.
Literally.
Oh, they are good.
Samburu must have been really nice for you.
Yes,
I'm sure it's a place you'd like to go over and over again.
But I am going. Again and again.
As soon as now.
Well, yes.
It's a ticking time bomb.
My boss, if you're listening, allow me to go to Samburu again.
Like, by the way, like any minute, like the permission is in advance and it's not more of like requesting for permission. It's like you are being informed.
I'm sure my boss is typing and deleting in WhatsApp.
Sasa umekuwa too much.
Yeah,
bike wachane nayo.
Yeah, but it's all fun. I count it all joy.
So your plan is to complete all the 47 counties, or?
Yes, I would. That is the plan, to complete all the 47 counties.
Which are some of the next counties you plan to visit?
Oh, I want to do the north. Marsabit. I want to do the north.
Do you do your research about the counties before you go? Like bandits and stuff like that. The safety precautions.
Sometimes for some counties, yes. Like going up north, if then I'm going to use the Baragoi route, then of course I have to consult widely. Going to the larger north, that is also a must, especially if I'm going solo. Then that is a must. Those are a musts, okay? The other big thing that I'll do in every single county is I'll visit the museum and I'll visit their art sites. That's a must.
We've done that in Tanzania and Uganda as well.
Yes, and in every county in Kenya, if there is a museum, I have been there. Yes.
Okay, and countries which are you planning to visit also?
Oh,
Rwanda, I'm sure it's in the list.
Well,
it's overrated.
Rwanda, we love you.
Okay.
Rwanda, we love you.
But
there's no but. My friend Christian tells me that you ride at 60. I don't know how true that is.
You know Christian?
Yes.
Is it Christian? He has a GS.
No, Christian has a Haujin.
Oh, the one I know has a GS. He told me about these things and I'm like, there are cameras everywhere that just, you can't overspeed.
Yes, that's what I hear about Rwanda.
Kenyans misbehaving now. They're just cutting Rwanda off like that. Because they can get away with anything.
Rwanda, we love you.
You're not coming.
Well, Curtis, I do not know. What I know is, yes, I would find myself in Rwanda. But top of my list, Ethiopia comes to mind. Ethiopia.
Why Ethiopia? What's good there?
Very rich culture.
Again, culture. You're going to poke people too.
Yes, are you real? So Ethiopia comes to mind. I'm particularly fixated on Ethiopia for some reason. Yes. For now. I'm not seeing myself doing another country. I see myself traveling in Kenya quite a bit, just to make sure that I've covered the 47 counties. Then proper... You see, Kat, I don't pass through. So if I go to somewhere like Rwanda, I want to really visit it and understand it. No, not kupita too. Then that's just my style. Nothing wrong with mtu kupita. But for me, I want to go and sit and greet the people, live in their houses, to pick a story now. Wow. Just because I like understanding humans. Why are we different? Why are we like that? So that takes a little bit of planning. Yeah. So the 47 the remainder of the counties it is. Then probably I'll think about a country or two or three.
All of them we know.
Or Europe.
Yeah. See, that's how frauders begin. Just like a joke. Until when you see them, like you should talk to these what are they? Ministry of Tourism, Tembea Kenya. They should sponsor you.
They
you know?
should.
Yeah, they should put the stickers on your bike, and then all you have to do is just to travel. But now, if your boss gets to see this, that becomes a whole different thing now.
Magical Kenya, listen to Kurt.
Yeah,
he's a wise man.
I have wisdom. Imagine.
Yes, but yes, I did. It is quite an idea. I would love to do that. I would love to really travel and bring. This is the problem I have. We don't tell our stories.
What do you mean? People are doing it. Like, say, I've just advised you to get a GoPro. That's one of the steps where Magical Kenya comes in, because they're paying you to document. Then you can hire someone to edit.
Yes. However, we don't tell our stories. We tell we tell about our travels, but we don't tell our stories. Tell our stories in these are the Samburu people, these are the Luo people. We don't tell our stories.
Like you travel to Samburu and this is what you experience in Samburu, not just the road.
Exactly.
And
then it is not taught in curriculum in schools anymore. So a lot of the historical sites that I've visited are actually washed down. They are not maintained. So when I go there, I look and I'm like, then where do our children learn our stories or our history?
Good point.
Yeah, so those, for me, that's it. I'm very keen on us telling our stories, not our stories being fed to us.
Comes original now.
Yes, the original
authentic
ones.
By the way, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now, more reason why Magical Kenya should contact you.
They should. Magical Kenya, listen to Kurt.
Yeah. Look for us. Let me not say that. But look for us.
Yeah.
It can be a very good idea, by the way, which is something, if they take it seriously.
Yes.
The Kenya Tourism, what is it called? KTB, or I don't know.
Yes.
It can be very nice by them to document.
Yes.
Let's see what they'll do about that.
Yes.
Two last questions. One, what do you do when you experience mechanical issues on your bike? Or maybe when you run out of fuel. Have you ever run out of fuel when you're riding?
Yes.
And then what did you do? The petrol station was far away. Do you want to tell anyone you love them, any county? I know how it's about to start.
R Squad, I love you.
It's R Squad, your guys. Hey, what happened? Now this one I'm curious. The R Squad.
Let me tell you, it
What
was
is
it was a whole topic of how we are going to solve this issue.
Really?
Yeah,
Like,
really.
You have to park somewhere and just.
No, as in I've run out of fuel more times than
Than any other member of the group.
than any other member of the group.
And you're in
and
LPG.
because and I'm in LPG, and because I don't have a fuel gauge.
Oh, it does not read.
No, I don't have it totally.
You don't have it on your bike?
No.
Like it didn't come with it?
No.
Is that the original clock?
Yes, it is.
Like you Googled and these bikes don't come with a...
No, they don't. It's a dinosaur. You're supposed to wing it.
This is which year model?
2008. You're supposed to die like real men.
Just like real men do. Wow.
So it has don't
See, in a Rubungi budget.
if they are watching, I'm sure that's why I laugh.
You already apologized by saying you love them.
I'm sorry, I love you.
But now we talk about it.
Because I have to wake them up. As early as even last week, I had to I had to wake up Mario. Mario is the guy with the GSX, and I was with others. And I had to tell him, wake up, dress up. Please go to the nearest petrol station, get fuel, and come.
And how far are you?
I'm at Utali.
Utali here?
Yes, at 10 at night.
Damn.
And then there was a nice guy who was delivering food. The Bolt Uber guy eats those ones. He came and stood there next to me. And
Security.
Yes, let me keep you company because there is a slum next there. So yes.
Yeah, you know that stretch of the traffic headquarters.
Yes.
If it's somewhere around there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when
Kuna watu wa night shift hapo.
nikiishiwa na mafuta, I punish everybody in my circle. So that's how I sort that out.
Can you imagine you make a call and they're like, it's me again. You know what it is.
Curtis, I love you.
Curtis, I love you. No, I know what's next. Umekwama wapi? I start making arrangements.
So yes, that's what happens. Sometimes I'll go and then, because it has 5-liter reserve, then I'll put it on reserve. Then I'll be street happy and I'll forget.
Oi.
Then I'm like, hello.
Simnanijua. This needs no introduction.
And then another time on Museum Hill, I've come in and I'm feeling my bike and I've taken the turn.
Nivo.
Amen, Daivo.
Don't you think you can get aftermarket
I know.
Yeah, because I think it interferes with your budget. Imagine if you had to fuel every time because you're not sure. You just fuel every time and now you end up having a lot of fuel that you don't need.
Curtis, it has been a whole discussion. I've been told, do full tank.
Wale wanakusaidianga huyo wa GSX. Anakuja lakini na lecture. It does not
kwa FB. Eka full tank, calculate how much kilometers you're getting on your bike. Please remember, even...
Yani watu wakifanya macheck za gears wao unafaa kufanya fuel pia.
Like I'm planning a long trip and it's going to be off-road. One of the persons in our squad told me, please,
fuel.
Ukifika Gilgil, weka full tank.
Usianze kufikiria ati niko na kidogo. Wewe weka tu full tank. Si atao mbili.
Yeah, I know it's not funny, but yeah.
Well, that's the experience. It's all now that's a whole another level of adventure. Like they refuse to get involved. They're not on the road, but they're experiencing it from another dimension.
Yes, well, it's all fun and joy until you have to push the KLR, because the one on the Museum Hill, I had to really push it.
The hill indeed.
Yes, because I'm at a corner, and the drivers are coming in a little bit hot. So there I had to push it, and the Shelly go chini. So I had to push it, and then the boda guys went.
Shelly Ojijoro. That's the one you're supposed to go to.
Yo. So sasa watu wa boda wenye wananiona wako ile side. They're like, so let's mind us.
Go around Parklands.
So
cardio. Bikers wanakavitiaga yenyewe.
Nilisukuma KLR, ukiona sikuiuza hiyo siku, I will never sell it.
Attachment ilishika hapo sasa. Alafu I let you go.
No. But mechanical issues, the only thing probably that would disturb me, let me not say the only thing, is a puncture. I don't know how to do that. Yes, I have the tools.
You have the toolkit.
Yes, but I don't know how to do. I wouldn't know how to do a puncture. I'm yet to come around to that. Mechanical issue, other than kupiga spark plug msasa.
What is that?
Unatoa spark plug, unachaka sandpaper,
Hiyo ulifunzwa na nani?
Watu wa boda.
I thought it's very Kenyeji style, man. You see, I told you blend in with boda guys. Umekaa nao hapo Homa Bay ukauliza matips. Uliona mtu akifanya.
In my home ground, I'm co-chair of a very large group, tuko wengi private boda kila kitu. Sasa survival ya mtaani nao wanakuanga wameni.
But it works, eh?
Yes, it works.
So what do you do exactly?
Unatoa spark plug alafu unaipiga msasa.
Inaitwa kupiga msasa?
As unachukua sandpaper, you rub it, ninairudi kama ni mpya.
See, that's 101, how to damage your bike instantly.
Don't listen to me.
Not only oil, even spark plugs can do the thing. Misfiring mtapokea hapo.
The other day a friend of mine asked me, other than oil and riding, is there anything else you know?
Msasa.
I know msasa.
Like, have you guys met? Do you know me? He's an engineer. Literally.
But yeah, so yeah, the mechanical, I can do very basic things, very, very basic.
You know that for spark plugs is not actually basic. Oh. Most women riders can't do that.
Oh.
I think even male riders.
Oh.
Hey, like piga hiyo nini? Oh. Then maybe tell them to chill with these guys a lot, so you underestimate.
Ay, nikiwa indasku ingine nikikwama again. Nimeenda nimekwama to place fulani hapo. Nimefika hapo kwa sababu ati toa hiyo spark plug do ipige msasa. Yeah, I see ya ZT, my other bike. Ya sisi ndio ikawaka.
But I hope upigi him sasa sana unabadilisha ikifika time.
Hata sijajua bado.
Nikujua usijifunze please.
No, I've had it since November. It's
last year.
Yes, I think kwa sababu nimepiga nao raundi sana inakaa nimekuwa nao for long. But nimekuwa nao kutoka November.
Baki utafute tu penye spark plugs zinakaanga tu.
Ukishajua. Lakini ishani teach a few things ikikuja kwa beta, the battery. Yeah, Samburu round 1 ndio imekufa huko. Kwanza ili kufa home. Nikajamstatiwa na jirani, ikaenda ikakufa Samburu. Nikajamstatiwa na msee fulani wa duka.
And the issue was a new battery. Definitely. Maybe the lifespan ilikuwa imepungua.
Well, I've not changed it so far.
Anaija kusumbua tena?
Tutawing it. Sini adventure.
I hope you get home safe. Ukikuwa hapo utalii, go to our squad. Me, I'll be home editing this podcast.
No, now your friends will be like, Curtis, I love you.
You've reached the number. You've reached the line of Curtis.
Yeah, so yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. You've shared some good experience. What are the last parting shot you have to say for bikers in general and women riders who would wish to, but they're really kind of scared? I know some of the stories pia zimewashtua kidogo, but look at you. Tell them you're making it anyway.
For the biking community, let's try and be one, and let's enjoy this. I don't know if it's a sport or a thrill or an addiction that we do love. Let's be one. For female riders and for any other woman out there who wants to get into biking, don't even think about it. Go for it. Age disgracefully. I'm known out here for saying that. Yes. Live unapologetically and age disgracefully. Yeah, you'll get a lot of banter out here as far as a female rider is concerned. Yeah.
Life is for enjoying.
Yeah.
And enjoy it in your own ways.
In your own ways.
That makes sense, by the way.
Yes.
Not just, some people misinterpret that when they say, okay.
And responsibly.
Yeah, responsibly, Pia.
Yes.
Hey, okay, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you so much for coming.
me.
It's been nice hosting you. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the most videos you'll be posting, and I hope you'll take my advice because you want to see more content.
Oh, no, I'm tasking you to look at my content and give me ideas. I'm tasking you.
Yeah, please go back to Samburu with the GoPro and then now poke those guys and as you tell them. We also want to see that culture. Now I want to see how different they are, because now I used to think Samburu zimeja Masais, but kumbe they're not Masais.
Oh, no, I've posted it. It's on my socials. I've posted not everything, but I've posted some of it.
I'll go stalk you again.
Yes.
Sasa, asante sana.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Always. Bye. Oh, nice. You need help?
Nope. Oh, yes. Oh, God, I love you.
Oh, my God.